Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Sun, Sextile, or Trine Saturn in a natal chart. Well, first off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart, and they were a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, well, if you have the Sun sextile or trine Saturn in your natal chart, well, that could indicate that the conscious side, which is the Sun, and the career-related matters, which is Saturn, can be in harmony with one another. If you have your Saturn in Taurus, could be where you just simply go about career-related matters in a methodical, deliberate, and and plotting manner, or it could be a career that's associated with Taurus, which can include carpet laying or geology, architecture, agriculture, banking, finance, working as a pawnbroker, something Taurus related. Now, another thing too is that this aspect can also suggest that one may readily shine, so to speak, which is the Sun in business or executive endeavors. This could give, the aspect can be very positive in terms of business acumen and ability. And Saturn is in Capricorn, say it could be some business associated with accounting or something government work, could be doing something with dentistry or masonry, architecture, even information technology. And also too, this aspect can be about having the social status, which is Saturn, may be beneficial to one's ego, which is the Sun. And if the Sun is in Leo, it could be where the ego can be of prodigious size, and but your social status is about of course your stature in life and how you stack up with others. So going back to Taurus as an example, Saturn and Taurus, it could be where one, in that example, one may methodically, deliberately, make their way up, the social ladder in terms of how they stack up with others and their stature in life. And another thing too is that the father and authority figures, which is Saturn, can have more of a positive impact on your life, which is the Sun, more so than in most instances. And if, let's say, if Saturn is in Gemini, it could be father and authority. The father and authority figures may actually be Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are rather mercurial, versatile, multifaceted, loquacious, diversified, dexterous, but even can be contradictory and mischievous, even mischievous. So it can be where if you have this aspect, another thing about it is that those people, the biological father and authority figures, even older people, may be compatible with your basic fundamental character, which is the Sun. If the Sun is in the zodiac sign Cancer, your basic, the fundamental character and demeanor may be one that is nurturing, sensitive, tenacious, dedicated, devoted, protective, emotional, and introverted. As an example, if the Sun, say, is in Leo, it could be a person. The basic fundamental character can be one that is, you could say, extroverted, gregarious, generous, magnanimous. Um, could be somebody, that could be extravagant and domineering at the same time. But the thing, too, about this aspect, which is positive and auspicious, it's where where the biological father and dominant males, which is the Sun, can be in agreement, with the laborious work you do, with whatever you do in terms of working hard, which can be, connected with the career, or it can be just work, at times you may do for others, which is not necessarily paid, and that, laborious work is connected with Saturn. If Saturn is in Aries, it might be doing something, with the military, or welding, or carpentry, firefighting, something, that may require, some kind of leadership prowess or ability, or some work, could be that has to do with the head, such as designing, helmets or caps, or some kind of, or just hats in general, for people, as some examples. Now, another thing about this aspect is that it can be propitious in terms of having, the structure and discipline, which is Saturn, in matters pertaining to one's physical body, which is the Sun, and also the vitality as well, being able to pace oneself at whatever, is they're doing, whatever the actions are, the work that is being done, or what have you. And the thing about this is, when you have, this, this aspect as well, what is good about it is that it can be very good in terms of just, having concentration in general, because Saturn is connected with concentration, and the Sun is about our focus and our attention. So those are some things, to look at as far as this aspect goes. And it's also good, as far as, again, going back to concentration, having the concentration, you know, um, in doing, with concentration being Saturn, in doing what drives and motivates you, which is the Sun. Let's say that the Sun is in Aquarius, as an example, what may drive and motivate the person could be, actions connected with selflessness, altruism, humanitarianism. It could be, doing, giving selflessly to others, you know, um, could be providing tech labs, as an example. Even, let's say, if the Sun is in Pisces, that could be, compassionate. What drives and motivates the person may be tied in with rescuing or expressing, compassion, helping, the less fortunate, which can include, the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, and the hungry, as some examples. And also, too, having this aspect can be positive for, having, the confidence, the self-assuredness, which is the Sun, to attain success, which is Saturn. Let's say if Saturn is in Virgo, as an example, the success one may, strive to attain may be connected with, analytics or statistical work. It could be working in data entry, or any position that requires one to be punctilious with details, which can include detailing, or maybe working as like an editor or proofreader, or some health and fitness type of position. It could be working as a primary care physician, or, being a fitness instructor, as some examples. Now, also, too, as far as this aspect goes, it could manifest in easily being able to take action, which is the Sun, in matters that are connected with one's responsibilities, which is Saturn. Again, going back to Saturn and the zodiac sign Cancer, the responsibilities, may be tied in, to home, family, introverted matters, doing some just matters with plumbing or laundry, or even nostalgia, getting in touch with one's ancestry, things that are connected with, with caring, nurturing somebody or something. And also, too, this aspect can be positive for, the understanding and the conscious side, which is the Sun, of one's limitations and restrictions, which is Saturn. If Saturn is in Taurus, say, again, it could be, some kind of, monetary restriction, or, maybe some limitation in one's, self-worth, self-esteem, how one feels about oneself, matters of persistence, patience and perseverance as some examples. Now, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.